Hey, this is Dave Hooke over at Hooke, Eckman Realtors and the Dave Hooke team out of South Central Pennsylvania. As a reminder, this is a video blog designed for high-producing realtors and high-performing real estate teams who are looking to grow their business. In today's video blog, we're going to answer the question, how do you make sure that you're running your business and it's not running you? Stick around to find out. So on today's video blog, we're going to answer the question, how do you make sure that you're running your business and it's not running you? I have 3 things that I think are helpful that I make as a habit in my day-to-day business. The first helpful tip that I think is most helpful, and I've been doing it for years, is the daily voicemail. Every morning, it takes about 30 seconds. I go onto my phone, I hit record, and I record a voicemail that sounds something like this. Hey, this is Dave Hooke over at Hooke, Eckman Realtors. Today is Monday, February 13th. I'll be available today on and off from 9 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Your call is important to me, so leave me a detailed message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If it's after 5:30, it'll be returned on Tuesday. Thanks so much and have a great day. What that voicemail does for me is it gives me the peace of mind of letting my customers know up front exactly when they're going to hear back from me, depending on the time that they call. For me, it's a mindset shift. I think we've all been there. I feel guilty when I get that call at 7 or 8 p.m. that the customer thinks that I'm slacking off or I'm not on top of it. Maybe they'll go somewhere else. And I operate out of fear. And so I always feel like I have to answer that call. By putting the voicemail there, it shows the customer that I am on top of it. I know exactly what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. It gives them boundaries. And truthfully, after you do it for a couple weeks or a month, your customers will start being trained to know when to call you. At this point, after doing it for years, if I get a call after 5:30 from a customer, it usually starts with an apology, not an expectation. So for your own peace of mind and your family time, I'd encourage you to leave that voice message every morning. You'll find it makes a world of difference. Item number 2 is just that in every buyer or seller presentation that you do, you should have an office hour page. And it's an office hour page that summarizes when you're open for business, when you or your team is open for business. And my office hours page is very early on in both our buyer and seller presentations. And I ask my buyer's agents and listing agents to abide by those office hours as well, as much as they can. And what that does is it sets the expectations before your buyer or seller clients make the decision to sign with you as to what the boundaries are. So they can opt out. If they don't want to respect those boundaries and they want somebody who's available all hours, they can use a different realtor. Truthfully, I've never had anyone do that. When you explain that your business runs like a business and you have office hours just like any other business they've ever dealt with, they'll respect it. And I think to some extent they admire it. And I just explain it like this. I say, here are the hours that I'm generally available between 9 a.m. and 5:30 weekdays, between 9 a.m. and noon on Saturdays, and unavailable on Sundays. And you can always leave me a message and I'll get right back to you in the very next day. As long as it's not a Saturday, then I'll get back to you on a Monday. If it's an urgency, just leave me a message or shoot me an email. And if it's an absolute emergency, I'll do my best to make sure somebody gets back to you. Does that make sense? They always nod yes, and you can move on. That combined with a daily voicemail makes a world of difference. And the third strategy that I found is super helpful is to time block your important but not urgent tasks. We all know what our important but not urgent tasks are because we all procrastinate them. And honestly, those are the things that drive our life and business forward the fastest. So prospecting time, that time daily that we need to manage our database, write our handwritten notes, and reach out to our sphere of influence and incoming prospects is like gold. And we need to block out an hour or two every single day to do that and not move it. Another time that I block out is exercise time or devotional time. Also my family time. On my calendar at the end of each day at 5:30, it says no work, no exceptions. One of the things that worked well for me, if you have kids, is put in that time block, we are counting on you, Dad, or we are counting on you, Mom. When you look at that, you'll put your other things aside, your urgencies, and you'll get home on time. After you do that, when you do that for the first couple weeks, it'll seem like you're missing things. Trust me, do it for a month or so and things will generally fall into place. You'll find efficiencies and ways to make up for it, and you'll just work harder during the time you have to accomplish your urgencies. So time block your important but non-urgent activities and keep those time blocks, no exceptions. It'd just be like if you were at a wedding, you wouldn't make an exception. That's how important those appointments are. So those are my 3 strategies for making sure your business doesn't run you and you run your business. If you have any other questions or know a realtor who does, I'm an open book. I love to mastermind and share information. Or if you just want a free strategy session to figure out how you can get to your goals faster, reach out to us and I'd be happy to sit down and take a half an hour and go through it. Thanks so much for watching my video blog, and we'll talk to you soon.